I tried this technique several times and I got 100% success rates. And I'm really curious to see whether it will work for you. And I hope it does work for you. And for me, this is like the easiest way to wake up for Tahajjud. And it's called the 90 minutes rule. 90 minutes rule, you probably heard of this in the internet, people talking about these things. I tried it for the first time I tried it actually, I overslept. I missed the Tahajjud. And I was just thinking like this thing does not work. And randomly I just got the idea, okay, try it out. I tried it, and the thing I noticed is that the way they used to tell you like is that sleep and then put 90-minute alarm after you sleep and you wake up feeling refreshed. That day that I tried it, I did not even hear the alarm. When I tried, the thing I had actually added to this thing is that I added like this buffer time. Usually you have to sit down and understand what's the time you're gonna, from for example, if you just close your eyes, how many minutes does it take you to go to sleep? Roughly, if you've been sleeping consistently, you'll know this. And if you have not been sleeping consistently, you have to watch my full guide on sleep. It's very important. And then I have this, my own buffer time was between 2 minutes to 10 minutes, depending on the day. When I'm really tired, I take up to 10 minutes. I take 2 minutes, and when I'm not tired, I take up to 10 minutes. And sometimes, like for example, the few days I tried to sleep early, I had to sleep for, it took me like over 30 minutes, and this is a very rare example like that. And then after you do the buffer time, my own buffer time is 10 minutes, and I chose 10 minutes. You can use 10 minutes if you sleep like me, because 10 minutes does not take you into a deep sleep. Okay, you have to understand, what are the cycles of sleep? I would say there are 4 stages of sleep. The first one is, there's like N1, N2, N3, and then there's the REM sleep. Let's do everything. The N1 is the first light sleep. Okay, this is the first 5 to 10 minutes, I would say. The moment you start to imagine, like consciously, start to imagine certain things, that's when you start to enter this sleep. And that's the sleep. For example, if you're sitting in the parlor, like I used to do, I would sit down in the parlor, watching movies together with my family in the past. And they'll be like, if I wake up, I'll be like, I'm awake, I'm not asleep. And it's still, my eyes were closed, but it's just that your brain doesn't understand. And that's when you understand, you're already asleep, but you don't realize, you don't notice that you're asleep. That's the first stage. The second stage, I forgot the name, but is the stage whereby you're starting to enter into deeper sleep, but not the real deep sleep actually. The deep sleep is N3. And you're starting to enter sleep. That's when your temperature drops, and that's when your heart rate also drops as well. And then it takes about a few minutes actually. And then when you enter one of the most important things, which is deep sleep and also REM sleep. Deep sleep is when you're already zoned out of this world. You're already in sleep. Like normally people like waving hands and you cannot wake up. Sometimes even physical touch doesn't wake people up in this stage. And then this is one of the, it takes quite a lot of time. Like it's very like I would say what's it called, like the seesaw. I don't know what's it like. I will explain it in a few minutes. Then there's the REM sleep. The REM sleep is like the dream states. Okay, that's the deep sleep. What I forgot to mention is that the deep sleep is important for like your physical restoration. When you are not getting enough sleep, that is why sometimes you still get exhausted even if you had a good night's sleep. And then there's the REM sleep, which is for mind, it rests, the emotion and everything. And for the last few days actually, I had an experiment for myself. I had to sleep early, just call myself from sleeping 10. I call myself to just sleeping at 8 or 8:30. Sometimes 9 due to extra things. And I slept for about 4 hours. I would wake up at 1 a.m. and start making content in this channel. And for the last few days, what I noticed was that I was supposed to, I made myself, okay, I'm going to sleep 3 hours in the daytime, sleep 4 to 4.5 hours at night, which makes it about 7 to 7.5 hours at night. And what I found was that when I sleep at night, I did not sleep in the daytime, I started to get like this massive level of like emotional problems. I'm having like, sometimes I'll sit down and start to overthink and everything. And that's when I realized, okay, it's actually true. I did have a full guide on this sleeping topic. I know it's a tahajjud, but I'm like getting to sleep because I mentioned in my full guides, both of my full guides, sleep and tahajjud, they complement each other. That is why the very first 2 full guides I have is on sleep and also on tahajjud. So, like, I started to have like this massive levels of emotional problems and everything. And so these two things you need to understand. Okay, the first part of the night, for example, Isha is like 7:50. Let's just say 8 p.m. From 8 p.m. to around 1 a.m., 12, 1 a.m., that's when the deep sleep is very, like the body prioritizes the deep sleep. And from around 1 to 5, that's when the body prioritizes the REM sleep. And what's funny is that most people, they neglect this deep sleep and they sleep around 2 a.m., 1 a.m. So that's when they get the REM sleep and they don't have the deep sleep. That is why you're constantly tired every single day. Even if they had like hours of sleep. The thing is that no matter what, and I mentioned in the full guide, no matter what, how many times you wanted to sleep, even if you sleep 1 a.m., your body will start pumping this hormone, cortisol, to start pumping it out to kind of be alert, make you alert that it's actually when the moment the sun is about to rise, from about 4:30, you have to wake up. And that is why sometimes like, the sleep is not very, very good. So try to sleep early. And also put a buffer time. Okay? The thing, I'm back to the cycle. You know, the cycle is like 90-minute cycles. And some people talk about from 70 minutes to 120 minutes, whatever, but it's just 90-minute cycles for me. And for majority of people, it's like 90 minutes. And so a cycle is 90 minutes and then a buffer time. The way you wake up for Tahajjud, the easiest way to wake up for Tahajjud. For example, if you're like me, you can sleep early as possible, which is very, very good. If you can sleep at 8, it's not a problem. If you can sleep 9, 10, 11, but don't try to sleep from about 12 hours. This is the MS. Sleep. For example, if you sleep by 10, which is like the average people, sleep by 10, for example, and put amount of cycles. For example, if you want to sleep for maybe 6 hours, that's about 4 cycles. So put 6 hours, from 10 to 6 hours, 10 plus 6 hours, that's like 4 a.m., right? And then put a buffer time. So for example, you are in bed 10 p.m. Put a timer. And I noticed like whenever I put a timer, there's 2 ways I wake up. And I'll tell you everything. Put a timer. Put it to 6 hours. Look at the clock and then go to sleep. I noticed, like I said, I had 100% success rate. What I noticed was that on both occasions, one time I would wake up before the alarm. And I tried about 3 times. I woke up every single time before the alarm. All 3 times. The very first time I tried it, I put an alarm, I think it was 4 hours, 4.5 hours of sleep. I put the alarm around about 11. And then I was supposed to wake up around 3:30. I woke up around, was it 2, something like that, around 2:50. I just woke up naturally. I'm telling you. And I was just thinking like, why is that? Like, I just look at the alarm, it's already time and I'm already up. I will explain why that happened. It's just a few minutes. And then the second time I would wake up at that time. Immediately you wake up at that time. You wake up feeling completely refreshed. And back to the point that I said the 2 ways. The first way actually, my own conclusion, like I don't make any research and everything, it's just that when you see the alarm ticking, okay, subconsciously it turns on this what's it called? Kind of when you see a timer, like for example, this it has to pop. Is it cortisol? Is it cortisol? Like the timer, your brain just from my own explanation. Not trying. I'm not like this. Let me just explain like bro science and everything. Imagine like for example, you're seeing the timer 10, 9, 8. It has to like make you a little bit anxious, right? Subconsciously, cortisol is starting to pile up, and by the time it reached, actually, before the time actually your brain may probably is counting those numbers before you know you're up. And there was a time I actually noticed 3 times it happened to me exactly. The first time it woke me up before the alarm, the second time as well, the third time as well. And so I said, okay, let me put the time above the time. Let's just say instead of waking up 6 hours, let's do 6 hours 30 minutes. So because it was waking me up before the time and it's not giving me a lot of sleep. And however, the time I did that, actually I woke up a little past that normal time. Instead of me to wake up at immediately that time, I woke up a little bit past that time. Okay, I'm talking about like past that 30-minute mark, but a little bit, but I did wake up. So these two, you can use the 90-minute rule. It's very, very powerful. So the buffer time and also the cycle time. Bump it together and I promise you it makes you wake up. Like 100%. It just works. It just works, I'm telling you. But like there's something that came to my mind. For example, there are things that can stop you from waking up. For example, if you are so deep sleep deprived, that's when you need to extend that cycle. That is why I just did not say 90 minutes, because most of the internet people are talking about like 90 minutes, just 90 minutes, and just wake up. And most of the time, like 90 minutes is like way too little for you. You would wake up, but I'm not trying to give you a shortcut to wake up, because like sleep deprivation is very real, and I have so many full guys on sleep. You need to understand that, okay, it's not just sleep. You have to do the sleep. Give it enough hours of sleep. Like you can start from 90 minutes, 3 hours, 4.5 hours, 6 hours, 7.5 hours, and from that point, I think you don't need to put an alarm, because sleeping past that point is like way too much. The way I used to do it is that I was thinking like, how can I wake up for Tahajjud and also do my work whilst also having enough sleep? And so I said, okay, I'm gonna sleep early as soon as possible. So try to sleep if possible. You don't need the alarm. Like for me, I don't need the alarm anymore. I've already trained my body. So for the very few days, you can try for 14 days. And if it works for you, fine. If it doesn't, like I've never seen someone try this thing and it don't work. So you can give it a try for the next 14 days. And I would like to end with the humble quotes. Too much attention makes a donkey. Thank you, the lion. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.